and gentlemen, boys and girls, how's everybody doing? So I am now currently out in New Jersey, and my orientation starts on Tuesday. That Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they put me in basically a temporary truck until my new truck is completed being built. Had a long last couple days. Got here actually last night, but I was so pooped by the time I got here, I just went straight to bed. Well, actually, no, I got on tanks for a little bit, played like a match, and then went to bed. Um, yeah, I started out down in Kansas City. Got my load loaded up finally at about 10, 11 o'clock that night, and drove straight up to Iowa, which is only about a five and a half hour drive. Dropped off the truck and trailer, but then when I was getting ready to leave, the reefer unit was throwing error codes and kept shutting off, so I couldn't leave the load there because if I did, they would. By the time they showed up for work and I got a hold of somebody, they would have had a trailer full of rotten ham. So I actually had to stick around and keep hitting the reset button every time it aired out until they got there. But I wasn't going to leave them hanging. I'm not that type of person, to do something like that to somebody. So anyways, I'm up here in New Jersey, and it gives me a little bit of time to play tanks, and so I thought I'd get on here and just make a little video letting you guys know where I was at and stuff. And once I get my truck in here, they say it could take anywhere from 2 to 2.5 weeks. Once it's in, I'll go ahead and make a video and show you guys, the outside, the inside, interior, give you an idea of kind of what how a truck driver lives and, what you do. But anyway, so we're in the 183 and coming up here. We've got a whole bunch of heavies coming this way. We got an E5. I got it on the names, and let me change that. I apologize. Meant to have it on the tank types there. Do we have over here on the other side? So we got an ML2, 111-14, and a T110E5. I just hit the T110E5 and smacked him for a pretty good chunk. Hit him for 1,640. I actually knocked out his ammo rack, fuel tank, destroyed his track, destroyed his gun, and that's why I like the Hess shell so much. Now the problem we're running into is we're getting kind of grouped up here. The one thing I don't want is for one of these guys to pull out and I accidentally shoot him. Now watch this. Take a shot at the T110E5. He's only got 6% of health left with a Hess round, and it bounces. I was like, the hell? I rarely ever see something like that happen, because even though it's not like an AP shell, it's more like an HE shell. I would have thought it would have at least, no matter where you basically shoot any tank, hit it, detonate, and do some damage. Well, that one, maybe I just got a dud shell because it didn't do crap. But I noticed if you look at your mini map over here, we had a lot of enemies coming over this way. We had a couple T-30s, some stuff back at their base. So kind of trying to work this way with only two heavies and a medium really blocking them. So I started clicking on the mini map saying, hey guys, let's kind of go over this way. And myself started heading this way, and pretty much that was about it. So it worked out for the best. I mean, I didn't do a butt ton of damage in this match, close to 4,000. But I mean, when you got a gun that can do up to 1,800 damage, average damage, when you hit something, if you hit it just nice and right, and you can one-shot, your medium tier 10s and stuff, it's really nice. I had a shot right there, and I was a little bummed I wasn't able to take that one, because the only thing I had after that was E75 that popped out, and we knocked out that E75, I believe it was his ammo rack, and destroyed his track. The Hess shells, HE shells are the same. They're great. They're wonderful. I love them. They do a lot of extra damage besides just damage. It's always nice when you shoot a tank and, you do 1,000 or so damage and knock out half their crew and their gun and their fuel tanks, catch them on fire, and, it's just a great feeling. But anyway, so there's an E75 sitting on their base up. Whoops, sorry about that. There was E75 on their base, Jag, Zella up there, and there's a T-30 that was just coming up the hill there, full health, 1,650. So I felt pretty confident, safe crossing the bridge here. That T-30 thought he was going to come over here and get the schmuck this Foch, and lo and behold, I get shot at there, but He does pen me, which all right, that's fine because I killed him in one shot. And what I want to do is get down on his dips, use my turret strength because the turret on this 183 it's a bitch to pen. It really is good, and you'll see. I get shot by the E75 there, and he bounces. I was hoping no one would take any shots at him because I mean he's at 41%. He's got a decent amount of health left. 702, and somebody hits him right before I'm able to finish him off. So I was kind of bummed about that. But I just get hit by the. I thought that. Yeah, Xella hit me. I could have swore he hit me, but I guess it wasn't. It was just the E75 must have hit me again. So, anyways, I see some shots over here that ML2 only had 16 health, but 111, I didn't have a really good enough shot on him from where he was setting. And, I wanted to take the Foch out, or the ML2 out anyways, because it's got an autoloader. A little bit more of a dangerous gun. Even though he only had 16 hit points, believe me, I didn't want to shoot the thing because that's a waste of a lot of credits for 16 hit points. But it's a gun, I have a gun, and I wanted him gone. This part right here, I really just wanted to cry. I get loaded, and just as I get loaded, he gets taken out. It's like, oh man, I hate it when that happens. Excuse me. But anyways, so we ended up getting a class 1 fighter, shellproof, duelist, fire for effect, and a bruiser. We did 3,979 damage, and we blocked 3,160. Yeah, so if you can get this thing hauled down, man, that turret, let me see if I can bring it around. That turret, you can see where they bounced on the sides of it there. It is not easy to penetrate. If you do only have a shot at the turret, your best bet is to try and shoot it right along here. And that's still so well sloped. I mean, you're going to have to catch it probably in that little box there right here. Because those commander's hatches, that one, yeah, forget it. This one, yeah, you might, but you're going to be real close. So yeah, you get hauled down in this thing. It's not easy to penetrate. It's the front end. You can see that's pretty. Well, I won't say easy, but it's easy, especially when everybody's shooting premium rounds at you. Cracks me up the amount of people that still shoot premium rounds in this game. When this and you have their lower plate. I mean, you can see obviously. They had shots at my lower plate, and they still shot. Premium rounds at me because they're APCR, so they're not going to make the big yellow mark. But yeah, so lower plate and you still shoot premium. I mean, a standard shell in E75 would went through my lower plate. Simple Simon. Oh well, what are you going to do? But our base experience for that was 1,073. We ended up doing the most damage, and it's a 5x weekend, so my experience for that was 8,050, which, almost 4,000 damage. That sounds about right. Not too shabby. The only thing with the 183, if you shoot Hesh with it, you're not going to make any credits. I ended up losing 22,000 credits, which, no big deal. Got a lot of credits, so I just like playing the 183 every once in a while because it's just such a devastating gun on this thing. I mean, when you're hitting stuff and doing just, anywhere, well, we'll say on the low end of maybe 500 if you hit it in a bad area, all the way to one shot in a tank with, 1,650 like I did the T30, and hit the T110E5 there for 1,650 or something like that right in the beginning. Took half his or 3/4 of his hit points in one shot. Or if you hit a medium or a light tank and just take them out completely in one shot from full health, it's just such an awesome feeling. This gun is to be feared. I don't care what you're in. Even if you're in a Type 5 heavy, Moss, even with Hesh rounds, if you hit them in a weak spot, you're still going to delete about 500, 600, 700 hit points, and take out half their crew because it's the Hesh shells. It's like an HE shell, but with great penetration. And when you hit something with this, it not only takes a lot of their hit points, but it does a lot of damage, knocks out their gun, knocks out their, well, I mean, just for instance, like that T110E5. I hit him, did like 1,600 some damage, knocked out his ammo rack, knocked out his fuel tank, destroyed his track, destroyed his gun. I mean, that guy, unless he had a repair kit that was the premium one that fixes everything, I mean, what's he going to fix? Is he going to fix his ammo rack or his gun? His gun is destroyed. So he's going to have to wait for his gun to get fixed or his ammo rack. I mean, you got to pick. So that's why I still carry, the premium repair kits you can see in the premium first aid, premium fire extinguishers. Yeah, it costs quite a bit more to use them, but it fixes everything. So if I get hit by a 183 in my 183 or whatever I'm in, and he takes out my ammo rack, my fuel tank, my track, and destroys my gun, I got click and I'm back to like everything's good to go. I don't have to go, oh, well, I got to fix my gun because I can't shoot, but my ammo rack's knocked out, so my load time is going to be forever. Even though it's reusable, it still takes 90 seconds. So a minute and a half for me to be able to, have a decent load time again, or not worry about them shooting my, near my fuel tank and setting me on fire, or shooting my ammo, hitting my ammo rack again and then popping my top, or, I just fixed my gun and hit my gun again and knocked my gun back out. So yeah, I still carry the premiums on quite a few of my, well, pretty much all my tier 10s, 9s and 8s. Some of those smaller tanks maybe not so much, but yeah, the 183 still, it's just got such a devastating gun. I love playing this thing. Love my super heavies too, but so yeah, anyways, I get put in a temporary truck here probably like on Thursday. I'm heading home to see the kids, get my stuff from the house, and then hopefully within about another week and a half from that point, I'll have my own truck in, and then I can switch my stuff from the temporary truck they're putting me in just temporarily to my own truck that I'll be owning, brand new too, and I'll give you a little review of the truck. I'll go, show you the outside, take you on the inside of the truck, kind of give you a tour of how everything works. It's got an APU unit, so that I can shut the truck off and still heat it and cool it without the truck running and wasting so much fuel. It's got an inverter, so I can play my World of Tanks, because they got basically cigarette lighters in most of your trucks, and you got to buy this gizmo and you plug it into the cigarette lighter, and changes electricity into like household electricity where you can plug an outlet into. Whereas if they install an inverter, which I'm having them do, then basically it gives you, does that for you, so you're not taking up, your cigarette lighter slots, and it gives you regular outlets that you can plug stuff in, and it's pretty cool, and it gives you regular household current. Yeah, I'm just pretty much having it decked out, and I can't wait to get my little hands on it so I can start making some good money again. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I'll see you on the battlefield. And like I said, I'll keep in touch with y'all and make some more videos, obviously, and I'll give you one of my truck there so you can see what trucking's all about. You guys take it easy. Goodbye.